Right, so I'm quickly going to show you how to install XAMPP, right, on Windows. Because that's basically the easiest way to install XAMPP without any problems, and it takes literally like 2 minutes to install. Now, XAMPP, as you may know, XAMPP is basically a web server that allows you, comes with extra functions like FTP, database, and some mail server, and some other cool functions that you can install. Right, so first thing we need to do is go in the browser. It's up to you which browser you use, and the search engine you use, up to you, completely up to you. Just need to go on it and get it, right? So the first thing I need you to do is just go to apachefriends.org. That's the website. Once you come to basically Apache, all you need to do is just come to Apache Friends, the home page, and you need to basically make sure you install it for Windows, unless you're on a different operating system. As I said, I do recommend installing it for Windows, as it's basically the easiest way to install it. Linux is pretty easy to install as well, but Linux has either I've had some problems. I've tried basically everything, but I cannot install WordPress or any sort of system on XAMPP, right? So as I said, install on Windows, the easiest way to install anything you want to. Download it, install it. What you're going to get is a basically website, sourceforge.net. It will start installing it. And make sure you also have the latest version for today is 8.2.12. You can check the latest version by coming to apachefriends.org, coming to download, and choosing the version you want to. For Windows it is 8.2.1.2, right? That's the latest version. You can close this as soon as you have it downloaded. You can close this. Okay, so the next step is to actually install the program itself, right? So just click XAMPP. It's going to ask you for permission. Just click yes. Let it run. It should take a second to launch, right? As you can see, it says just give us a warning. Just ignore this for a second. Click OK. Next. Now, it's basically, this is all the services and components of the web server or XAMPP. It's up to you what you want to choose. I recommend installing everything. And then you can also just, you don't need to run everything to actually run XAMPP. Click next. Select a folder. Now, I recommend setting a folder or the hard drive you want this on. So, I recommend SSD, so you don't have to worry about things loading slow. And also make sure they have a good connection, right? The best connection you can have is basically wired connection. Wi-Fi is okay, but the best connection you can have is wired, right? And also make sure that your folder that you have this on is basically has a lot of storage, not like 5 terabytes, but 100 gigs should be more than enough, right? Next, language, you can choose either English or German, up to you. I'm going to choose English because that's the language I speak. Next, and it's just going to take a second to install, right? So grab a coffee or something, it's going to take a second to install. So as you can see, it has installed, and I do recommend making sure that the tick or the checkbox is checked. Click finish, and what's gonna do is gonna launch the control panel, which basically is very, very important for us to start with XAMPP. Right, so one important basically mention. If you close this control panel completely, kill the process, everything is gonna crash, it's not gonna work, right? So this is your control panel, and if you're running this on a web server, you should sort of expect to run this web server 24/7 if you want to have access 24/7. And also, I think I've mentioned the security risks. If not, then I'll mention the security risks of running XAMPP at the end of the video, right? So you get the control panel, you get some settings, but the first thing before you basically to do anything, we need to launch the services. So I'm gonna explain the services and what they are in a second, right? So let's launch Apache. Apache is basically a web server. As you can see, the ports are 80 and 443. MySQL, a database, port 3306. FileZilla, basically transferring files, uploading files, downloading files, and much more. Up to you want to run this. This sort of comes with a risk, so it's up to you. You can also run this and just upload the files and then always just close it down as soon as you're done, right? So let's start it. Mercury, it's a mail server, and Tomcat is basically used for Java web applications, web-based applications. I'm just going to run these three services and sort of these as I just only need the services to run. I'm not going to set up any mail servers on or do any Java web-based applications, right? So we're just going to leave this for now, right? The second thing I want to show you is the Explorer. This is your main sort of folder, right? So as you can see, also is located in the C drive. So if you just come to the C drive, it should be installed here. You can also always change the folder upon installing this, but I have it here because that's sort of the easiest way for me to access my folder. These are all basically XAMPP files. If you want to install anything, you'll be basically doing it through this folder. One important file from this, or sort of important files actually, are these three. XAMPP start, stop, control, right? So this is your control panel. This stops all services. Passwords are basically this is your folder, your file with all the basically passwords, default passwords. Basically, if you change this here, it's not going to do anything. It's just a text file with the passwords to install. As you can see, for example, MySQL database has a user root and no password, right? Means no password. This is very, very unsecure. And you should put a password in place to make sure that no one accesses your database, right? And steals your data, or especially your customers' data if you will have anything, right? As I said, I'll explain all the risks at the end of the video. Also, upon starting your services, what you get is basically configuration, and what you also get is logs, right? So for example, let's see the logs, apache.access log. And as you can see, there's nothing here because I haven't really accessed my web server yet, right? But we can access it right now. I'll show you how to do this. However, there's basically another mention I need to tell you in a second, right? I need to tell you how to access your basically web server from another device, right? Because it's not going to work. So let's access it through our browser or local host. Local host is basically the server or the device that the XAMPP is running on, right? So let's go to Brave and let's go on let's go on HTTP, right? Localhost and 2.80. This what it does is specifies the web server. Port 80 is the web server, and also if you come here, as you can see, port 80, right? So this specifies that we're accessing the web server. Right, so as you can see, we have accessed the web server. There's nothing here because we have nothing installed. If you come to logs, apache.access.log, as you can see, we have 001, which means localhost, which means we have accessed the website. And what we have accessed exactly, so the date, get request, HTTP get request, 302, which gives us basically the response that we got. It gives us the user agent, and it tells us the browser, right? So basically, if you come to MySQL, if you want to configure it, either you can go through the browser, or what you can do is just come here and go to config, right? Oh, sorry, it'll be admin. As you can see, localhost, phpMyAdmin, and so basically phpMyAdmin is crucial in configuring or creating or basically doing anything with your database. This is one of the most important websites of your basically web server or your database server, and you need to make this sure that this is secure, that no one can access this, because if you access this, people can just go through your information as they wish, right? So if I go to phpMyAdmin, is there anything here? Yep. So if for example, let's say that this is a database and I have data here. If anybody have access to this, what they can do is they can go through information and they can steal it, and that's it, right? You have a data breach. Okay, but I need to show you one thing. How do you access this web server within your LAN network, right? Because technically, if I was to go on another machine, I cannot access this, right? Why? Because the firewall is not allowing it. Now, we could basically put firewalls in place and we could basically allow it. However, I'm just going to show you how to disable the firewall completely, right? So if you just type in the firewall into your server, the Windows firewall, come to turn Windows firewall on or off, and just disable it completely. Now, obviously by disabling the firewall, what we're doing sort of is we're making the machine more vulnerable, right? You should never disable, you should never play around with your firewall if you don't configure it properly and if you don't basically know what you're doing, right? And as I said, you should not use XAMPP as a professional service, right? Now, to basically access any sort of service, as long as it's configured properly and as long as it allows you to access, what we need to do is go to HTTP 192.168, right? And the IP address for me is this. That's my basically server's IP address. Now, for you, it might be completely different. You need to check your IP address. If you want to find out how to check your IP address, I've made a video about that. It should be right somewhere in the right corner right now, right? So we're just going to put /dashboard. And as you can see, we have our web server, right? Now you can obviously change this. You can put a search engine, sorry, not search engine, CMS, so you can put WordPress on this and you have access to it as you wish. And let's go over risks now. Obviously, you should know, in my opinion, you should avoid at all cost exposing this web server to the internet, right? So as I said, I don't know how secure this is. I think, in my opinion, you should keep this as a development server, or just to play with your friends or something, or make a website or learn stuff, right? As I said, as a development server. I don't know how secure XAMPP is. It's really up to you if you want to take the risk, if you don't want to take the risk. However, if you don't know anything about security or networking or anything, make sure that you learn it before you expose it to the internet, right? That is very, very important. Now, if you want to learn some networking, if you want to learn ethical hacking, the fastest way and best way, make sure to check out my course, which will be in the description below.